Hey guys, I'm back again. Wow. Yeah, I've been MIA, but I have an excuse. Last month in July, I was doing Junk Journal July to help boost my second channel, Ahda, which I will leave the link below if you're interested and going to see me doing my artistic musings. So I was a little busy with that. I was having to create, film, edit, and put up a video every day. I survived. Oof, I survived. But it was worth it. I did get some more eyes on my channel, some new subscribers. If you're watching this and you're one of my new subscribers or one of my old subscribers of Alda, I thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. So now back to the book stuff. When you're seeing this video, I will already be sailing off for holiday. I will already have left for Belgium with my husband. And so I thought, let me get some videos together for my people, my book people. So what I'm going to be doing today is called my Booktube Journey Tag. Now, I'm not mad at doing tags, but sometimes I always find the questions kind of weird and they don't really fit my reading taste, because it's really usually is, content creators that read a lot of YA that are creating some of these tags. So some of the questions I'm just like, what is that? This one is different. It's called my Booktube Journey Tag, and I was tagged by the lovely Lex over at Lex Reads. So I will link her channel below. Definitely go check her out. Love her stuff. She tagged me. Okay, girl, I see you. Here is the video. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. So the first question is, how long have you been watching Booktube? Okay. I think I have been watching Booktube probably since maybe 2013, if I'm not mistaken. Because when I first started watching YouTube, I was watching a lot of natural hair videos. At the time I was not natural when I was watching. So 2012, I started watching the natural hair videos, and I was not natural at the time. I was relaxed. So I would say it was 2013 when I happened upon, a book video. The book video I happened upon was from one of the big, what was her name? It was a Canadian girl. I can't remember what her name is, but I'll link her here, her name here. She was reading a lot of YA, so I wasn't really relating to that as much. But then that made me go and search out other content creators to start watching more. And then I started to find people, but it was a weird time, 2012 for 13 for Booktube, because there were a lot of content creators, not a lot of Black content creators. And it seemed like everybody was reading the same damn book. That was a little weird. Thank God it's changed. Now it's a little different. All right. My next question is, how long have you been making YouTube videos? So I started making YouTube videos 2013, I think. Beginning of January 2013. Yeah, I started. So there was one day, I think I had been watching it for a while and commenting on people's videos and having discussions and stuff. And I'm like, shit, I can do this. I'm a lit major. Like, why wouldn't I be able to do this? So I think it was in January, because I still had my Christmas tree up. It was in the background. I was in this room and the background was super dark. Like, you could barely see me. That video is still up. It's my very first video. And I think I did a haul video. Yeah. That's when I started. Okay, the next question is, what made you want to start making booktube videos? I just answered that. Because I think I could, because I am a literary major. I love books, and I've been reading for a very, very long time. I've been reading since I was like 4 years old or something. I love reading, and I will always love reading. It's an activity that is so, so close to my heart that I cannot imagine waking up and not being able to read something, whether it be a book, a magazine, or something. I can't imagine what it would be like not being able to, read. All right, the next question is, are there any people who played a significant role in your booktube journey? That's kind of interesting. I don't really know. Like, what really played a significant role, I must say, in my booktube journey was seeing that there weren't as many Black content creators, and that every time there was a new one that came, I was even more excited, and that made me want to hook, on to them and check out what they were doing. And in the end, I made some really great, friends along the way. So, for example, like Tatiana from Musical Tati, or Peter from Comfycozyup, or my podcast buddy Christy, who was doing booktube videos as well, who, now we're doing a podcast together. Or when I look at other great Black booktubers that are no longer doing booktube anymore, which you always have like this, space for those people, because I always think back at them like, oh my God, I miss that person so much. Other people like Lady, and with her lovely Southern accent, which I love to hear her talking books. I will link all of these interesting Black booktubers that I've been watching that I absolutely love and adore. I'll just link as many of them as I can. If I didn't mention you, I love you. I love you, even I haven't mentioned you, but I hear everything up here. All right. Next question. What kind of books do you like to read? Okay, that's pretty evident. My jam is literary fiction, historical fiction, an occasional thriller, mystery, occasional. But my main thing is literary fiction, historical fiction, and classics, of course. I'm a classic lover. Yeah. What kinds of videos do you like to make most? Okay. For me, the video that I like to make most are review videos. But I get the sneaky impression y'all don't like those anymore. I don't know. Maybe people that are watching me have changed. But my videos around reviews don't get that many views. And I mean, I think in the beginning, it was a little bit the same, but it started to get better over time, because I think as people read a book, then they go and they look for a review on that book, and then they happen upon probably one of my review videos. But that's the one I like to do the most. I also like to do my book club long list, short list every year. I really enjoy doing that because it allows me to talk about a lot of the books that are on the list that we're interested in, and allows me to talk about my book club. So those are probably the videos I like doing the most. Next question. Do you think your video style has changed? No, I don't think my video style has changed. I still do this really like face-to-face, close-up chatting, like you're my girlfriend or guy friend, talking about books. And yeah, I do a lot of, wrap-ups, or book reviews. But I do remember back in the day, I used to do these videos. Like, I used to do Poetry Thursday, I think it was called. I stopped doing that, but I think I might bring Poetry Thursday back. And I used to do book spine poetry. And I think I might bring that back as well. So Poetry Thursday was just a way for me to spotlight a poet and a poem. Whereas book spine poetry is where I randomly pick up books on my shelf that make like a poem with the titles. This allowed me to show some books on my shelves in a different way. But I think I might bring that back, and I might do it a little differently. Because I remember when I did do those, people really liked it. So I'm definitely going to think about bringing that back. Comment below and tell me if you're interested in those too. All right, next question. Do you script or edit your videos? Has that changed over time? Okay, no, I do not script my videos. Of course I edit, duh. I didn't edit in the beginning though, and that was terrible. I'm just saying it was terrible. But yeah, I do edit. I do not script. And I do not script. Why? Because I am not capable of reading a script and making it sound like it's coming off the top of my head. It actually works better for me to, what I do is, if there's information or anything like that, I'll have all of that written down, and I'll kind of look at it, and I'll, say, okay, I will give this information. But when I talk about the books, I try to talk about them from my heart, from what I'm feeling or what I remember feeling. And sometimes it's even after I've written something in my book journal about the book, also helps me get my thoughts together. So no scripting, that doesn't work for me. But yes, I do give, I do write down some important information I want to give you. Next question. What's the most viewed video on your channel? Okay, I had to go back and look because I don't really remember. I don't keep track of that. But okay, apparently it's debut novels by Black writers. Now, that video, I don't know why people really love that video, but I think maybe I need to do another video like that, a more modernized video of that, because if I remember correctly, there was even a couple of books in there I hadn't even read yet, but I just introduced them as debut novelist. So I think what I might do is I might do another video of debut Black authors from today, 2024's perspective. Okay, what's your favorite video you've ever made? Okay, now there was a video that I did back in the day, and I tried to go back and find it, but I couldn't figure out which one it was, where I was talking about different books, and there was one book, it was so bad, I threw it out the window. I was crazy back in the day. I think that was probably the funniest video ever done. But another video that I really loved doing was when it was doing Read So Lit, and I got a lot of Black booktubers together, and we talked about what it was to be a Black booktube content creator, and the difficulties around that, and the expectations, and how things weren't as smooth sailing as people would like to believe that it was. But at the same time, sharing our love of books and things like that. That's probably the video I like the most as well, because of the contact and the collaborations, because I do love collaborating with other booktubers, whereas I see collaboration has gone down over the years. Whereas when I was joining Booktube, collaborating was the thing to do. I don't know where it's come out where it's not so much the thing. I think a lot of people, they collaborate with the people that started Booktube when they started Booktube, but they don't collaborate with anybody else, and they won't entertain the idea of collaborating with anyone else. So I think that's something that's a bit of a shame that has, in my opinion, has changed. I wish it would get better. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, the next question. Do you have a favorite book because of Booktube? Huh. I don't really think I do have a favorite book because of Booktube. When I look back, a lot of my favorite books are because I happened upon them or because I read them in my book club that I have here in Normandy, but I don't think there are any, no, I don't think Booktube has influenced me that way for the moment. The next question, do you have a favorite Booktube experience to tell us about? Okay, well, I told you, collaborating with the Black booktubers back in the day, that was the best thing. So much fun. And I also love doing my collaborations with Musical Tati and Michael Reads when we do our Read So Lit live discussions, which we do one in February for Black History Month in the US. We do one in July for summer, and we do another one in October in honor of Black History Month in the UK. And we have a blast. So I try to choose books that I think people will enjoy, they will get something new out of, or maybe learn about a new writer. So I always enjoy those immensely, those discussions with Michael and Tatiana. So we need to do that, keep going with that. All right, the next question is, what does your book collection look like? I'm gonna be honest. My book collection looks like a hot mess. Like, you see right here. Okay. This is only one part of it. I've got 2 bookshelves over here, one there and one over here. And I've got another one on this wall, a little mini one. It's like 2 checks on a wall. I have 1, 2, 3 towers upstairs, plus another bookcase on another wall, plus another cabinet that has books on top of it, and another shelf upstairs that has shelves on. I have literally books everywhere in my house. I mean, it's like crazy that my husband hasn't divorced me over the books everywhere. But being that he's a big book lover, he don't care. He don't care. He's just happy it ain't diamonds I'm asking for. It's a hot mess, but I'm also due to cull this year. So I will probably be culling some books, and I might even do like an unhaul video. I know some people like to see unhaul videos. I think I've only done one unhaul video. So when I'm culling, I will do another unhaul video for that. But I try to cull every other year, and I haven't culled in like 3 or 4 years. So I need to kind of get it together because we're going to get overrun with books. All right. The next question is, what advice would you give new people? And I'm assuming that means new people who want to join Booktube. So what I would say is, number 1, only start a Booktube channel if you really love reading. I don't think you should start a Booktube channel because it seems like everybody else is starting one, so you want to start one too. You will not last because you won't be able to keep up. Secondly, you do you. So what I do is how I function. How somebody else does their book channel is how they function. Some people over here, they read 20 books in a month. My ass can only read about 7 or 8, sometimes even less, 5 or 4. You have to do you and be as authentically you as possible, because the public is like a horse. They smell fear. So yeah, you do you. So don't get on here and say I'm gonna start a Booktube channel and I'm just gonna be reading stuff that everybody else is reading, and I'm not reading what I love. Because believe me, people will notice it right away, and they will feel that you are picking books that don't correlate to who you are as a reader. So the idea of having a booktube channel is to express the ideas that you have around reading and around reading books, reviewing books, talking about books, comparing books, comparing books to movie adaptations. There's all kinds of things you can do. But the main thing is do the book channel because you love to read. If you do not love to read, doing a book channel is kind of hard. Okay? So keep that in mind. Do you. That's the main thing. So yeah. All right. So it says tag some people. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to tag KaytheReader, Books with B. I'm going to also tag Lady. And I'm going to tag Courtney. I'm trying to see who else could I tag. I can't think of anybody else to tag. Maybe I could tag, no, that's it. I'm gonna tag those people. So that's all I have for this kind of longish booktube tag, but yeah, I hope you liked it. This is the first video of August, and there will be many more following, so stay tuned. Bye.